Welcome to the Near Still Waters podcast, where we journey together towards clarity and calm in the midst of life's storms. Hi, I'm your host, Susie Lubbers, a wife, a life coach, and a mama to 7 amazing grown children. Having homeschooled all of my children, including my special needs child, I've navigated the challenges of raising them and experienced the bittersweet moments of letting go. This journey has not been about teaching academics, but also about discovering how to find peace and purpose through every season of life. You can learn more about me and my mission at nearstillwaters.ca. In this space, we're dedicated to empowering moms. Whether you're in the trenches of homeschooling, navigating special needs parenting, seeking to rediscover your own passions after years of putting others first, you're not alone. Together, we'll explore strategies to bring clarity into the chaos of motherhood and uncover ways to cultivate calm within ourselves, even while accomplishing the hard things. Each episode will share stories, practical tips, inspirational guidance to help you embrace your journey with grace, resilience, and faith. So grab a cup of coffee, take a deep breath, and let's step into a space of learning and growth. Welcome to the Near Still Waters podcast, where your journey to clarity and peace begins. Good morning, beautiful mamas. I'm here in Ontario and I'm enjoying a beautiful Monday morning, and I'm hoping that you are also enjoying your day. Today I'm going to talk to you about an introverted homeschool mom and how to thrive as an introverted homeschool mom. And this is not to say that this podcast is only for introverted moms, because even though you may be a total extrovert, you may find a lot of things that I'm about to say will also apply to you, but just in a different manner. You may not need to be alone or find time to be alone as much as an introverted homeschool mom, but you do need self-care. And all the techniques that I give to an introverted homeschool mom will apply to you also. So if you see the title of this podcast and think this is not for me, think again, because there's a lot of things that you would also find value in this podcast. So today's podcast is about the introverted homeschool mom and how a homeschool mom can thrive if she is an introvert. Do you find yourself always looking for someplace quiet to be? Do you suspect that being with people and not finding alone time wears you out? I was, and I still am, an introverted mom. Being with people is stressful for me, and I need alone time. Being introverted in nature can be challenging for the homeschool mom. I would see other moms going from activity to activity, thriving in being with other people. But for me, I was exhausted when I was constantly on the go. I could not figure out what was wrong with me. Why did these extracurricular activities wear me out so much? It was making me feel really insecure. Well, the answer is nothing is wrong. There is nothing wrong with my ability as a homeschool mom or my ability to handle life. I am just an introvert. Does that resonate with you? I began to wonder, are there strengths to being an introverted homeschool mom? You need to embrace your introversion. It took me a long time to realize that, because your introversion is here to stay. Being an introverted mom, a homeschool mom, is not something that will go away. You will have it for life. So it's more important to learn how to deal with it rather than wonder why you are like that. So my first advice to you would be to accept your introversion. I also happen to be a highly sensitive person, so that causes me to have a very sensitive nervous system. Noise, sounds, and chaos can often send me into sensory overload. Birthday parties, big events, and everything with lots of people can be very challenging for me. Exhaustion is a great challenge for people who are introverts, and it can overwhelm them quite quickly. As an introvert, you do have strengths, though. Often, introverts recognize their challenges and learn to prepare for it ahead of time. Maybe a full day of extracurriculars and socialization is being planned. A good way to plan for that would be to leave your home clean and a meal prepared in the crock pot. Those are things that can help you get through that extra socialization that may wear you out. By meal planning and having things in order, maybe when you get home, you can take a quick nap or have a quick cup of coffee. That's one of the advantages of being an introverted homeschool mom. You can make plans and plan accordingly so that you are prepared for whatever comes your way. Another advantage of being an introverted mom is that introverted moms are good listeners. And often listening is a cornerstone to good relationships, though often we need to spend time recovering from the talking because that also wears us out. Introverted moms also tend to be thinkers. We tend to think a lot and have about 49 tabs open in our brains. Introverts process internally and alone rather than with a lot of people. So they tend to be quiet. I have often wondered why I was so quiet, especially when I'm processing emotions. But it's because my body needs that time to recover and come to terms with whatever my thoughts are and whatever my difficulty may be at that particular time. As an introvert, you will tend to be more creative. You may have many interests, and you may enjoy doing many things that keep you balanced and in line. This doesn't mean you just want to read, but it could mean that you enjoy doing a number of creative hobbies, such as writing, photography, or games. And I think introverts especially enjoy nature, and they tend to be revived in nature. Another good thing about introverts is that they tend to be calm. I think they are calm because it takes a lot of energy for them to talk and to be active. It takes a lot of energy for them to process. And I know for myself, I often just didn't have the energy to deal with drama, so I steered clear of it. Because we are calm and tend to be refreshed by being alone in our own space, it's important for us to replenish ourselves. This will help us stay in a calm frame of mind. If we don't get that, we tend to become irritable and frustrated. When we are calm as an introverted homeschool mom, we tend to deal with a lot. And a calm mom is always an asset to homeschool life. So when you feel upset with yourself for not being more extroverted, realize that God made you introverted for a reason. And it comes with great strengths to help you serve your family with. Understanding and embracing your introversion is crucial in homeschooling. When you know yourself and why you are the way you are, you can work with your strengths and achieve your goals, possibly even exceeding them. When I was homeschooling, I tried to be patient with myself. I was dealing with a lot, often beyond my comfort zone. Thankfully, I did find a balance. Despite suffering from severe burnout, which made me rethink my entire life, I was able to settle into a routine where I felt I was serving my children and family as well as I could, while also taking care of my own needs. Actually, there is no ideal homeschool personality. We all have our tendencies and quirks, as any personality test will point out. The secret is to know ourselves and our limits or our weaknesses. I'm speaking as an introverted mom because that's what I am. Research your personality type and find the best solution for the type of mom you are. This will benefit your family and yourself. Introverts are not necessarily insecure, backward, or unsociable. We fuel ourselves when we are alone, and we need to do this as much as a social person needs to be social. Introverts thrive on thoughts, ideas, and solitude, and we must honor that. When we are rejuvenated, we can enjoy social interactions as much as anyone. But when you don't get that alone time, we dwindle and we burn out. So it's important to stay true to your nature. If you prefer things slow and steady, do it that way. Don't feel pressured to keep up with everyone else. As a homeschooler, you control the schedule. You can create flexibility where you need it. Some may worry about proper socialization, but if you take the time you need for peace and quiet, your children will benefit because you will be refueled. Schedule social activities and outings with your kids, but also ensure that you get your alone time and relaxation. There can be many challenges to being an introverted mom, one of which is feeling drained. You're around people constantly all day long if you homeschool. You're constantly with your children. This can sound overwhelming, but you can manage it. I always ensured that my children had afternoon rest time. When they were older, they did some schoolwork during my rest time, which was a bonus. I spent an hour in my room each afternoon for rest or relaxation, depending on my needs that day. Figure out what will help you in your situation. Are you a homeschool mom feeling overwhelmed and burnt out? Do you long for a homeschool year filled with joy and purpose? Hi, I'm Susie Lubbers, a compassionate Christian life coach for homeschool moms, and I have something special just for you. Join me for our Refocus and Renew Building a Joyful Homeschool Year workshop. In this transformative two-part online event, we dive deeply into what didn't work for you last year and brainstorm ways to make the upcoming year better. You'll walk away with practical strategies for organization, time management, and ways to infuse joy into your homeschooling journey. Plus, you'll connect with a supportive community of like-minded moms who understand exactly what you're going through. Imagine starting your homeschool year with a renewed sense of purpose, peace, and joy. This workshop is designed to help you do just that. Don't miss out on this opportunity to refocus and renew your homeschooling experience. Visit Near Still Waters to register today and take the first step towards building a joyful homeschool year. I can't wait to see you there. You can schedule one-on-one time with your children. Working with your children individually can become more relaxing. Both you and your children will benefit from this. Examples of things you can do together can include reading, baking, or cooking, and separate your children if they are bickering. Spending one-on-one time with each child fuels them, and it also fuels you. If you have multiple children, it can get very noisy. I had 7 children, and there were times I felt like running away. Introverted moms might feel this acutely. During overwhelming moments, I would declare quiet time, often using screen time. Some introverted moms use earplugs when the noise becomes unbearable and they find themselves overstimulated. It's important for you to carve out time for yourself. Regularly make time for yourself, or you and your children will be unhappy. Homeschool parents desire to create happy memories and strong family bonds. This isn't possible if you're always frustrated. Make arrangements to enjoy your time together. As time passes quickly, and soon your children will be on their own. Make sure you invest in your sanity. Take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. If your husband can't help as much as you'd like, find other help. Swap childcare with another mom to create time for yourself each week. If financially possible, hire a babysitter or someone who can help you get alone time. Make sure you resist overscheduling. Experiment with your schedule to find a sweet spot. For me, one homeschool group activity and one appointment per week worked best. Choose events wisely to avoid overwhelm. Spend time with supportive friends and avoid time with those who drain you. Ditch the clutter. Clutter increases your stress, especially for introverts. Keep possessions minimal and conserve time and energy for the important tasks. Everything you have takes energy. Choose your stuff wisely so that you can spend your time with what really matters. And this is a really important one, but most people would say otherwise, but embrace technology. Use screen time judiciously to create quiet moments for yourself. Wake up early if that works for you, but that may not be possible because, pregnancy happens and time up at night with sick children happens. So use this carefully, but be flexible. But make sure that you take the time to use screen time if that works to keep your children quiet for a portion of the day. But be careful and use it wisely. Focus on simplicity. Create a flexible schedule and prioritize important tasks. Be willing to adjust it if it doesn't meet your goals. Establish regular routines for cleaning and subjects to create a stable environment for your children. Finally, do the most important things. Recognize that your energy is limited and prioritize essential tasks. Consider alternatives to your homeschool life. For example, put on audiobooks in front of your children at times instead of reading aloud to conserve energy. I know there was a time in my life when I became terribly burnt out and I was actually unable to homeschool for a period of about a year. During that time, I had my children do an online program called Switched on Schoolhouse. So they did the program online and all the marking was done, and they were able to work quite independently. They were not very young, of course, they were a little older and had learned how to read and do all the things, but they could work through their programs quite independently. And that helped me get through that year of burnout. And it also helped me function after, because I did not operate as well as I had once operated. So that was a lifesaver for me in my entire school life with my last 3 children. By understanding and embracing your introversion, you can create a homeschooling environment that nurtures both you and your children. Take time for self-care, manage your schedule wisely, and focus on what's important to thrive as an introverted homeschool mom. In the intricate tapestry of homeschooling, being an introverted mom brings both unique challenges and extraordinary strengths. As we wrap up this self-care guide tailored for introverted homeschool moms, it's essential to underscore the importance of weaving these strategies into the fabric of our daily life. The journey of thriving as an introverted homeschool mom begins with acknowledging that self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity. It's an investment into your well-being that ripples through every aspect of your role as mother, educator, and individual. Remember the saying, "You can't pour from an empty cup," is not just a cliche. It's a profound truth that deserves a prime spot in your self-care philosophy. By embracing mom breaks, you are reclaiming moments of solitude and rejuvenation that are vital for your mental and emotional health. These breaks are not an escape. They are a deliberate choice to nurture your introverted soul and to return to your responsibilities with renewed energy. Designating quiet spaces around your home is not merely about physical surroundings. It's about creating mental sanctuaries where tranquility begins. These spaces become havens where the noise of the world fades away, allowing you to recharge in the comforting embrace of solitude. Incorporating quiet activities into your routine is a celebration of your introverted nature. Whether it's losing yourself in the pages of a book or pouring thoughts onto a paper, journaling, or engaging in a creative pursuit, these activities are not mere pastimes, they are building blocks for your self-care foundation. Effective time management isn't just about checking off tasks on a to-do list. It's a means to carve out intentional moments for yourself. By planning breaks into your schedule, you're affirming that your needs as an introverted homeschool mom are essential and deserve a dedicated time. Openly communicating your needs is a powerful act of self-advocacy. Help your family understand that your introverted nature is not rejection, a fundamental aspect of who you are. In fostering this understanding, you contribute to the creation of a family environment where everyone's needs are acknowledged and respected. Tailoring your homeschool strategies to align with your introverted preferences is not just about surviving the academic journey. It's about creating an environment where both you and your children thrive. Independent learning activities, a quiet learning atmosphere, and flexibility in your approach can transform homeschooling into a fulfilling experience, not just for you, but also for your children. Finally, connecting with other introverted homeschool moms completes your self-care effect. Building a supportive community provides a space for shared experiences, valuable insights, and the reassurance that you are not navigating this path alone. In the tapestry of introverted homeschooling, each thread represents a moment of self-care, a choice to thrive, and a connection that strengthens the fabric of your journey. As you walk on this self-care journey, remember that thriving as an introverted homeschool mom is not about perfection, but it's about making progress. Small, intentional steps add up, creating a landscape where self-care becomes an integral part of your daily rhythm. Embrace your introverted nature, honor your needs, and let the symphony of self-care harmonize with the responsibilities of homeschooling, creating a melody of fulfillment, balance, and joy in your life. Thank you for joining me today in this podcast. I hope that you learned a lot, and I hope that it resonated with you. I want you to know that I have many other podcasts on my website at nearstillwaters.ca. There you'll learn more about being a homeschooling mom, You'll learn about burnout. You'll learn about how to find a way and be a blessing to your family on a day-to-day basis, but also how to thrive as a person so that you do not lose yourself and become burdened so that you cannot serve your family in the way you love to do. All the best, homeschool moms. And I want you to know that no journey is perfect, but you can do this because you have strength, not your own strength, but the Lord's strength. He can guide you. He can help you through whatever difficulties you may experience and help you find joy, peace, and balance in the work you are doing day to day.